Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you are new. My name is Renee, and normally my channel talks a lot about budgeting, frugal living, meal planning, but I wanted to switch it up a little bit and show you how I prepare for my week. And it is a little bit like financial planning. I use my Sundays to prepare my week and set myself up for success during the week so that I'm not impulse spending on things that I failed to plan for. So this Sunday, I had to make breakfast for the kids, but I don't know about you, but I cannot cook in a dirty kitchen. So I took some time before making them more of a brunch because it was pretty late in the morning on this day, and I cleaned up the kitchen. So that is the first thing that I do on my Sundays is I make sure that my house is clean. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I prefer to vacuum my hardwood floors. My vacuum has a hardwood and a carpet setting, and I feel like I just get so much more than I would if I swept. So I prefer to vacuum all of my hardwood floors. So on this Sunday, I decided to make a batch of French toast for the kids for their brunch. And I decided to make a larger batch so that way I could freeze any leftovers and use them throughout the week for breakfast. So I highly recommend, if you're going to be making any sort of food on Sunday, to double or triple the batch so that you can reheat it as leftovers throughout the week. So prepare any food that you can on Sundays to set yourself up for success with food throughout the week. And here is their brunch all plated up and ready to go with a big pile of extras. Now, you guys know, if you've watched my meal planning videos in the past, every single morning I have the same exact thing. I have my iced coffee with my Orgain protein, my vanilla nut pods, and my packet of stevia. So this is what I'm having for breakfast. The next thing I do to set myself up for the week is to ground my coffee that I'm going to be using for the week. My husband and I both drink coffee, so I make sure to freshly ground our beans. And as always, if I'm cleaning my house, I am definitely filling my diffusers. I do not like artificial fragrance, but I do love essential oils, and I am always filling my diffusers in every room, every single day, to wake up my house with some scents. Next on the agenda is my son's room, and you will see he has a fixation with Red Tide and loves to sleep with his bottles of Red Tide. You will also notice in my kids' rooms they are obsessed with stuffed animals, which is the bane of my existence. So I am forever picking up stuffed animals. But on Sundays, I just like to go in and make their beds and do a mom clean of their rooms. Normally, I would switch out the sheets on all of the beds, but I just did that right before we left for vacation. So this week, I don't have to do that. You'll see here in my daughter's room, I don't know if anybody else, if their kids do this, but my daughter loves to like tie all of her stuffed animals inside of the blankets, inside of the sheets. She makes beds for them, hammocks, and it's just such a mess, and it's sometimes so hard to untie. But again, like my son with all of the stuffed animals, and I just keep finding them throughout the room. You'll see that. But pro tip for making the bed, she usually does this throughout the week, and the way that I make this easier and last longer is at the end of the bed, that top sheet, I like to tuck it in under the mattress at the bottom, almost kind of like, I don't know, what is it, like military corners or whatever. You just pull it really taut and tuck it under the mattress, and that actually helps the sheet to stay in place. So all you have to do when you're making the bed is to pull the sheet up and then the blanket with it, and it makes it really easy for her. So on Sundays, I like to do this for her as well to help her out a little bit. So now, before anybody gets on me about this bookshelf, I actually suffer from diagnosed obsessive compulsive disorder, and I don't want that to affect my parenting or to affect my kids. So I usually leave stuff like this alone, but when it gets to be too much for me, I will go in and do it myself. Now, my daughter can live in a mess. She does not mind it. She doesn't care if her books are in alphabetical order or if they're in numerical order, but it is something that weighs on my mind, and it's the first thing that I notice when I go in there. And so just for myself, I like to go in and fix it. It's just something that I feel compelled to do, and I don't put that responsibility on her. She's only 8 years old. As long as she puts the books away, that's fine with me. This is my issue and my diagnosis and my neuroses, and I'm not going to let that affect my kids. So even though it's difficult, I limit myself to a Sunday, and I will go in and fix it for her. Now, both of my kids have diffusers in their room, and I really love using the Kid Scents Kid Power in their rooms. It just smells really fruity and fun, and both of my kids actually really enjoy it. I do a load of laundry every single day. So on Sundays, just like the rest, I make sure that I'm doing one load of laundry. If that's not something that you do on Sundays, then you could prepare yourself for the week, making sure that all of your clothes that you need for the week are clean, any bedding, towels, things like that, just to prepare yourself for the upcoming week. Another thing I like to do is to fill our snack drawer, make sure that's ready for the week, and then fill anything that's empty in the fridge. I make sure I have all my produce washed, cut up, and ready to go. My leftovers are pushed to the front. Anything that's bad is tossed out, and we are good to go for the week. Now, this is later on in the evening. My kids are washed up and in their pajamas. I'm folding that load of laundry that I washed. I have myself an iced coffee because at this point I am dragging, and we turn on a movie or a show to watch as a family before bed. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and leave me some love in the comments below, and I will catch you guys in the next one.